What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm about to go out thrifting, looking for some things I can buy and flip online. First, I have some eBay sales to go through and ship out. I'll show you what I'm shipping out this morning. This JVC VCR picked up at Salvation Army for $5. I sold it for $40 plus shipping. I listed it and it sold within, well, less than 10 minutes, I think. So pretty good flip. I listed this Magnavox DVD recorder the same time as the VCR, and it sold about 10 minutes after the VCR, so very fast flips, pricing some of these electronics to move, especially the things that I'm not selling on Amazon. I don't have enough space to be storing these forever. I'm making great profit on them, so we're just flipping them quick. This didn't have a remote, so I decided to sell it for $30 plus shipping, and it sold very quickly. Next, I'm shipping out 2 separate lots of these Louis L'Amour or Louis L'Amour books. I picked up a bunch of these at a yard sale this past season. I spent $70 on all of them. I've already made my money back, so all of this is profit. One lot sold for $40. I think it was this one. The other one sold for $30 plus shipping. I'm selling some of them loose, some of them in lots. It just depends on the value of them. But in the end, they're going to be great profit. Sold one of these Nerf guns. I picked up a few of these at Walmart for $25, and I sold it for $65 plus shipping for a total of $80.27. Shipping out this Buffy the Vampire Slayer game. I bought this to sell on Amazon. It sells for about $50, $55. However, when I went to count the pieces, it wasn't very accurate on the paper telling what the contents were. There's different information online. I ended up with 2 or 3 pieces that weren't on even the instructions, so I don't know what's going on there. I just decided to sell it on eBay. We also got some marker on there that says $1.99 from a thrift store. I paid $1.99 for it at Goodwill. Box was in pretty bad shape as well. All those factors, I just decided to flip it on eBay. It's a bit safer than selling it on Amazon and dealing with possible bad customer feedback. So I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Another game, I got this Seal Deluxe Phase 10. Picked this up at Salvation Army. I think I only paid $3. I might have paid $1.50 because it might have been half off. Been getting so much stuff half off there, but I ended up selling this for $30 plus shipping. And another game, I picked this up for $2 at a Goodwill. Was going to sell it on Amazon, but it ended up being a different game. Actually, the picture was different. It wasn't going to be much money on Amazon. I think I was only going to make about $10 profit. Selling it on eBay, I'm making less than that even. I sold it for $10 plus shipping. You know, after fees and everything and get my money back, I make $5 or $6 profit. So easy to list, easy to ship. I'll take it. I ended up paying $4 a piece for these Epson Ultra Premium photo paper packages I got at Goodwill. Sold them as a lot, and I ended up selling them for $95. Next, I'm shipping out these Columbia Techlite boots. I picked these up at Salvation Army, and I believe I've only paid $5 for them. They were half off. I'm glad they sold because for the past week or so, almost every day I've been getting a message from this person asking me if I would take $20. Somebody finally bought them and paid the $38 I was asking for. So I sold them for $38 plus shipping. Great flip. Sold this Hunter thermostat and sensor. Paid about $6 for this at Goodwill. Sold it for $45. I picked up this Sony Discman car connecting pack. Picked it up at Goodwill for $2. And I sold it for $35. Picked up this sealed We Speak at a yard sale. I paid $2 or $3 for it. I sold it for $20. Picked up this Bold Made card game. I don't remember where I got it. I think I've only paid $1. Pretty sure it came from Goodwill. Sold it for $20. Shipping out these mantle hooks. I picked a decent amount of these up at Lowe's. I sold them all last year, but for whatever reason, this one didn't sell. And it sold this year for $14.99. I think I have $2 or $3 into it. Then here is a tragic story of my buffoonery. I picked up these Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs figures. I got about $4 or $5 into them. I sold them a few days ago for $30, and I also have some Snow White plush that I picked up at Salvation Army. In my head, that's what I thought I sold. I didn't pay much attention. I forgot these even existed. So I shipped the woman the plush. The plush I had listed for $50. I sold these for $30. She wasn't too happy about it. In the end, I just told her to go ahead and keep the plush. I only had like $5 into those, so I'm not losing much. So now I'm shipping her what she actually orders. So she got, some nice plush because of my mistake. Usually if I make a mistake like that, I just let the person keep the item because forcing them to go through the return process because of my own mistake is, just a hassle. They might leave. I have no problem letting her keep the item since it was my mistake. Just stupid of me to not be paying attention. But you know what? In the end, even with that mistake, since I bought this stuff so cheap, I still make money in the end. So you can't complain. And then finally, I'm shipping out one of these inflatables. Nightmare Before Christmas. Picked up a couple of these at a Lowe's recently for $50 a piece. This is the last one. I sold it for $175 plus shipping. So I am kicking off the morning inside of this Goodwill, looking on these toy shelves for product I can flip on eBay. And we got some bags of toys. We got a Star Wars pinball machine. Not worth anything. It's a newer one. Here's a box of Lego. It's got some box damage. $7.99. Unfortunately, at that price, I couldn't make any money. So I did end up leaving it. It just wasn't selling for much on Amazon. Up here, we got win, lose, or draw sealed. This is surprisingly worth a decent amount of money on Amazon. Of course, if you're not familiar with Amazon, you can get better prices on a lot of items, especially new. We got all kinds of toys to look at here. There's that cage. I did a little bit of looking up on that because, well, some of those cages can be worth money. They house some 80s toys. I can't even remember what they're called. That wasn't the one I was thinking it was. But anytime there's this much stuff on the shelf, it's very easy to miss things. So of course you have to dig, you have to move stuff because I end up finding some good stuff just by moving the toys that are in front there. Yeah, so we just keep digging around, looking. Got a magic set. Got some little Marvel puzzles and not really what I'm looking for. Pink truck, game. So none of this stuff's looking like it's really worth picking up to me. Let me know if you see anything. Just like always, leave it in the comments. There's a blue horse. I Google Lens that. Was no name or anything on it. I guess it's just a cheap toy. Couldn't find any real comps on that. Got some of these dolls. I've looked them up before. I forget now what they're actually from. However, they're not worth a whole lot. Maybe if you've had a bag of like, 6 or 7 for a couple bucks. But found this digging. This is an old cribbage board from the 1800s. Got a little toy cart there I'm putting stuff in. Some days, I don't grab a cart for whatever reason. I should grab a cart every time. But usually when I don't grab a cart, that's when I tend to find stuff. So maybe I'm mentally just not grabbing that cart. Anyway, we are still down here looking on my knees, digging through the stuff. Here's this like cave girl doll. This was at another Goodwill as well. I looked it up there, Google Lensed it. Just not really worth a whole lot of money, not worth my time. When you're selling on eBay, you want to make sure you're using your time wisely, because if you're listing items where you're only making $3 or $4, you can miss out. Now this was interesting to me. I can't remember if I looked it up or not. It just seemed like it could be valuable. But we keep moving on, and there's one of those jar openers. I'm not picking up that one because it's not in great condition, and it's priced up. There's Auric purifiers, but up here I see this Panabrator, and I'm like, I've never come across this before. It's some sort of vibrator massager, and I thought that's going to be worth picking up, and sure enough, that's worth quite a bit of money. I flipped that very quickly. I think I sold it for $60 plus shipping, so a very nice flip. Some of those massagers, vintage, are worth quite a bit of money. It's surprising. Got this Stealth Flyer too. It's been opened. Looked it up. Not really worth it. Not even new. It was barely worth it. Maybe make a little bit of money. So we left that as well. Got this camera here.
$10, looked it up. That particular model was not worth it as much. There's like a different model that's very close to that might have been worth about 60. That one was worth about 20. $10, didn't want to mess with it. The other cameras also not worth picking up. Found this Eeyore backpack though. Sold that very quick as well, so I grabbed that, put it in the cart. But look at this, I found this Toucan lamp, and I thought that's really cool. 20 bucks. And I done some research on it. I'm like, wow, I can actually make some money on that. It's sitting in my living room right now on a table, but yeah, I do plan on selling it eventually. Just kind of have it sitting there for now. Looking at the glassware, trying to spot anything that stands out. Mostly colorful stuff, but a new cart comes out, so I rush over here, and you can see one of those Mario Brothers chess sets, which can be good money. That one wasn't in great shape. I ended up looking at it, but yeah, it's piled up here on this cart, so we gotta look at everything. Here is a Star Munchkin game, and it's $1.99, so I'm like, you know what? I'm buying it for myself. I've played Munchkin before, the original. It's a pretty fun game, so I might as well buy that for $1.99. Now down here, I spot some of these Harley boots. Thought they were going to be great, but they were priced up too high. I think they were priced at like 25, 30 bucks. Canyon duck boots, not worth picking up. If they were Sperry duck boots, they would probably be worth about $40, $45. Not the Canyon brand. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I'm pretty happy about these, and I see the price in there. So they have to go back. I've sold this model before multiple times. You only get about $40 to $50 max for them, so you can't be paying 25, 30 bucks for a pair of boots, even if they are Harley Davidson. Just not enough profit in it in the end. So yeah, not much else on that cart, but over here, I found an Angry Birds, one of those knockout games. A coffee maker is worth quite a bit of money. So I'll be showing you that in the haul here in a minute. And I also find this Pokemon binder from the 90s vintage. Sold that very quickly as well. $2.99 is all I paid for it. Unfortunately, no cards inside, but you know what? It's still going in the cart. Still going to be some good profit. Gotta always check those binders and stuff like that. Trapper Keepers. Some of them, especially like Nike and stuff like that, worth surprisingly a good amount of money. But nothing else here in this craft aisle that I was able to find. I'm not sure if I found much else either.
Here is the haul. Not a whole lot on this table, but there's some great profits, some rare items, some bolos for you. So let's just jump into it. Got some Lego back here. Now, this was $10. There's quite a few pieces in there. I just picked it up for the loose pieces. I don't know what set is from. I have totes. When I find Lego like this loose, I just throw them in there. Picked up some hats at Salvation Army. They were half off. Got them for $1 a piece. This Bengals hat, American Needle, not a great brand. Vintage though. The designs really matter on these vintage hats. This one's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe $15, $20 max. You got some New Era hats, Cincinnati Reds. You can see there. So for $1, I just went and picked them up. There's some decent profit there. Now this thing right here is a Panasonic Panabrator. So this is one of those vibrating massagers. It's vintage. I was pretty surprised when I looked it up. I figured it'd be worth buying, but I didn't know, it'd be worth as much as it is. It's worth about $50 to $75, it looks like. Mine's very good condition, box and everything. So I'm probably pricing this about $60, $70 minimum. Sell-through rate is looking very good on eBay. Here's another item that's worth quite a bit of money, it seems. This LeCount cribbage board. I looked it up because it was, unique, older, $3.99. It's a metal board. It's got the pieces. I was surprised it's selling, looks like between $40 and $75 somewhere in there. A box, has some wear on it, which is to be expected. I think some of these are from the 1800s, it was looking like. I'll have to do more research. There's not a lot on eBay, but it looks like the sell-through rate's pretty good on these as well. So keep an eye out for these. LeCount. At the thrift store for 50 cents, I picked up this Tommy egg toy set, learning set. It's like some sort of matching thing. For 50 cents, it's worth picking up. I think I'll make at least $10 profit on that. Always excited to see vintage Pokemon stuff. This is from 95, 96, there, 98. $4.99. Just keeps going up a little bit. That's, the Pokemon time. And people like to put their vintage cards in vintage binders, so they pay up for these. Unfortunately, it's missing the cards. It's not supposed to come with the cards originally or anything, but it'd be nice if it was filled with vintage Pokemon cards. It's not though. Still, I think this is $35-$40. It'd be to sell it for. I paid $2.99 for it. Got a stack of some games. Star Munchkin, not really worth selling, I don't think. Actually, I think this was like the first edition. I looked it up. It might sell for $20 since it's original edition. $1.99. I picked it up just to throw in my board game collection. I've played Munchkin before. The original. Actually, I just thought that, I let a friend borrow that. He never returned it. That was like 15 plus years ago. I guess I'm probably not getting that game back. But yeah, I picked it up. Here's this Angry Birds, knock on wood. I've mentioned this a couple times in videos. This is one of those Amazon bolos. I'll call it, since that's what all the cool kids are saying, a bolo. Angry Birds, knock on wood game. I think the last one of these I sold, I got $60 for, complete in good condition. I'm kind of guessing this one might not be complete, but I have one upstairs I have for parts. So I think I'll be able to complete one. Here's a good Amazon game. This was currently listed on Amazon for $100. Has a pretty good rank, win, lose, or draw, vintage. It's hard to say with Christmas just ending because a lot of the board games have inflated prices. They go way up during Christmas, and then, you don't get those prices again for another full year. But I do believe it's probably sold for $100 at some point anyway. So, I think I'd probably realistically get $50 to $100 for it. It was $4.99. Then I just picked up this White Mountain puzzle, 1,000-piece. The content is great. It's got the dogs on there. I've sold cat and dog puzzles like this before. Sometimes once they go out of print or they're more rare, you can sell these for $50, $60. Kind of crazy. This one's still very plentiful to be found online. Still, it sells for about $20. Make some money on Amazon selling it. So in that stack of board games, going to be some great profit. I picked up this dual coffee maker and it was only $10. It sells for quite a bit of money. I think the last one that I saw sold on eBay was about $100. It looked like all the ones currently listed was about $180 to $200. I also just remembered I didn't check Amazon. Maybe I could sell it on Amazon. I don't like selling loose appliances like this much on Amazon. I'll probably just sell it on eBay. I might price this about $150. I noticed the stainless steel pots here for replacements were selling for about $30 a piece. So even if the unit doesn't work, I'm still going to make great profit on it. I expect it to probably work though. Going to have to clean it up a little, test it. Going to take some time, but that's okay because the profits are great. So I paid $20 for this Toucan lamp. It's got like a Tiffany style lamp. I kind of like it. I might keep it in the house for a while before I sell it. I don't know. The comps were kind of interesting. There was only one person selling this particular kind of lamp. They were selling them new for $130. He had sold, I think, about 27 of them, so it looked like it was a wholesale type item. Also, what I noticed is his said they were 12 inches tall. This one's 16 inches. I assume it was probably copied by a Chinese wholesaler, the design, and they just made it smaller. Maybe this is the original one. I couldn't find a name on it. I would assume if they're selling for $130 new at 12 inches, my 16 inch here should sell for at least $100 plus shipping. It's in very good condition. And then finally, I just picked up this Eeyore backpack. I believe it's vintage. Some of the listings said 90s. I couldn't find any dates on it, but it's in very good condition, and I think I can make at least $20 profit on it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. Try it out, paid $7.99 for it, I think it was. Yep. But there it is, everybody. Some really cool, unique finds today, all adding up to some great profit. Before you go, I'm going to ask you to hit the like button for me. If you want to see more videos, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.